Hey, this is Matt with onX, and in this video I'm going to walk you through how to use our fully featured 3D maps for your computer. Using onX on your computer in 3D is a great way to scout an area before you arrive. Let's dive in. So the first thing you'll see is we are in 2D mode. So you'll want to get into 3D mode. But actually the nice thing is that the map is always in 3D or 2D. It's basically the same map, so it doesn't switch back and forth. But to get into 3D really quickly, you can come down here to our Maps button in the bottom right corner and tap 3D, and we'll automatically start to tilt the map for you. Okay, now if you don't have a mouse, you just have your mouse pad in your keyboard, you'll want to use the control button and then your mouse pad. So you can hold down control and then left click, and then you can push up or down, right or left to start dragging, and then use your mouse pad to zoom in. So that's a control hold, right, left, up, down. So that's how you pan and zoom there. If you have a mouse, you can just right click and hold, which I'm doing right now. This is my preferred method, and I can just pan, zoom around a whole bunch here. And if you want to go back to north up, get back to north up really quickly and put the map back in 2D mode, just hit the 2D button here quickly, and you'll be back in 2D mode. Okay, let's zoom out a little bit here, and we'll show you all the layers and how everything works in 3D. So let's go ahead and tilt the map again, kind of get a cool little view here. We'll go to My Layers. So in the My Layers tab, let's go to Colorado. That's the state we're in. And you can see you can easily toggle on and off the private lands, government lands, hunting units. We'll zoom out here, get the map back up, and I'll show you turning them back on. So you can turn on your hunting units, see all the green lines turn on. We'll turn on our government lands, Forest Service, state, tribal lands showing up here, and then private lands where we have the private property boundaries in 3D. And the cool thing is as you zoom in here in 3D, you'll see how the property boundaries also overlay on 3D, so you can get a visual idea of how the property boundaries overlay on the mountain here. So that's a really important to look at when you're looking at these property lines and how they go up and down valleys and such, if you're going to be trying to find some spots to go hunting here. Some of the other layers you might want to turn on. We'll go to the hunt menu here, and let me zoom out a little bit, take a look here. Historic wildfire is a really popular one for finding food sources. Looks like we got 2 historic fires here in this unit, one from 2018, one from 2012. You can go ahead and click it, and it'll give you the acreage here, 500 acres, and the date, so 2018, and the name. So that's a cool layer to turn on. The other layer I really like to turn on, let's go to the trails and rec, is turning on the trails. Obviously you're going to want to know where you can hike in and get to camping spots or access points. So we got all the trails, and then I really like to turn on the trail slope. You'll see that pop here with the green, yellow, orange, and then red. And if you tilt that in 3D more, you can see that that corresponds to how steep the trail is as well. So you can see going up this ridge, we got a nice flat area here, and then it gets steep red. So I'd recommend taking some time and looking at all of our layers here in the map layers area, and really exploring and diving into all the different map options onX has to offer. Okay, lastly, all of our markup tools, waypoints, lines, areas, tracks, all work in 3D, and you can visualize them in 3D as well. So let's go ahead and drop in here, and we're in 3D mode now. Let's say we want to make a waypoint in 3D. We can come in here. Let's do an elk. So let's say we found an elk there, and I'm going to make it purple because that's where I had a sighting. That's what color code I'm going to use for that. So we can go ahead and hit save, and you'll see you got your waypoint here in 3D mode. You can also do all the other tools. Let's do line here. I prefer the free draw, so you can just trace a path. Really cool. So let's say this is the hike you want to do back out to this trail, and then down here we're just doing an example here to show you, but you can go ahead and hit save. And so we got a freehand draw here of a path. You can go ahead and click that. It'll give us the mileage, 1.8 miles, and then the elevation gain, loss, and then the profile. So you see, You know, we're pretty flat here, but then when we drop off at the back here, we're really losing some elevation. So I really like to use this tool for planning paths in and seeing what the elevation change is going to be. So all of these markup tools work in 3D mode, so that's pretty cool. So that's the basic starter pack to get you started for using 3D, how to tilt the map. All of your layers work, all of your markups work. So go ahead and log in on the computer at onxmaps.com and get started with our web map. It's one of our best tools you can use at home. We got the large screen, so jump on here and experience your scouting in 3D.